I've never literally heard anyone talk about this, but okay, you guys may have seen commercials for The Good Place. I saw commercials for it. Looked okay. I didn't really think it was my kind of show, but yeah, it's kind of one of our new favorite shows. And a character I really liked was Tahani. So we're bringing himself on the show, and then it came up who the actress for Tahani was, Jameela Jamil. You know, their Instagram and stuff like that comes up. So I'm like, oh, let me check out her Instagram. Like, she is really gorgeous, great body, great shoulders. I bet she's an Instagram model. I bet she has like beautiful bikini pics. Like, I want to take a look. I go look at her Instagram, and it was just so not what I expected. It was like no bikini pics, no even like revealing pictures. I expected selfies just because she's so pretty. Not really any of that either. I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, I like that. And then I saw that she's like an activist or something like that. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. You know, I like that she's so pretty, like she could be showing her body or whatever. I respected that. So I thought that was cool. And then I just so happened to see like someone posted this little video with her in like an interview, just talking about how social media is pretty much like promoting insecurity to women. Then I became like intrigued. I'm like, what is she talking about? What is this interview? So I watched the whole thing. I'll link it below. And I think she's my new idol, but no. So she has this other account, and I guess she commented on, she saw a post, and it was saying something about like, oh, what the Kardashians' weight are, blah, blah, blah. And I guess she just commented like, Iweigh, and like she listed a bunch of attributes about herself that has nothing to do with her physical appearance, all about who she is on the inside as a person, as a woman. I feel a lot of people took notice of it and became like such a thing that people love, that she made her own like account for it called Iweigh. Pretty much anyone could submit anything, just take a picture of themselves and list all the things, give them weight, nothing to do with their actual body. I agree with almost everything she said, and I like it because I don't see anyone discussing this kind of stuff, and I think it's important for everyone to discuss their truth and put out different perspectives out there so that people can figure out what their truth is. This is also something I've taken notice of. It's always been something I'm like in the back of my head. It reminded me, this post I did, I think it was back in December. I was gonna post this little video of me in slow motion, like the ending of a makeup video because I thought it was pretty good. Just wanted to post it. But then I got thinking, I showed that, and then I also showed this surprising with like out makeup, like laughing at something. Basically, I just said like, what makes you beautiful without makeup? What if we fearlessly promoted our inner beauty on social media, like we fearlessly promote our best moments and prettiest pictures? I dare you to share a post explaining what makes you truly beautiful with or without makeup. I'm pretty much just saying like, what are the things about yourself from the inside that make you beautiful, that has nothing to do with your appearance. Because I think getting in touch with that, especially in terms of women growing up, young girls, to develop good self-esteem and self-confidence, and I even just know this from my own life experience, having a really good touch with those inner things that make you unique and a worthwhile person and have a gift to bring to the world, that will really truly build self-confidence despite how you ever look on the outside. And again, I just feel like that type of stuff is never really being promoted on social media, and I think social media helps very, very much about yourself, your appearance, and how things look to others. Like, it's your highlight reel, it's putting your best and prettiest pictures up, it's putting your best moments up, the biggest accomplishments, all kind of centering around you. And I know like personal accounts are kind of meant to share like moments with friends and family. I'm really talking more about like influencer accounts that actively put out a message and speak upon an audience. It could be so much more about coming together, and it could be so much more about each other instead of just so much about the self. You know what I mean? And that's just something I've been saying like I want to see a change lately. Honestly, if loving your body and showing off your body is your truth, whatever it is, like maybe you just get bullied, you're bigger, you lost a lot of weight, anorexia, bulimia, body dysmorphia, and now just loving your body and showing the world how much you love your body is what truly fills your soul up. If that's your truth, please, by all means, own it. But when that is the only message ever being portrayed to you, especially as a young woman growing up, like from every single woman in the spotlight, you go on Instagram, you're bombarded by women showing their bodies. And I feel it too, even as an almost 25-year-old woman. It can build insecurity for you if owning your body isn't your truth. If things to do with showing your body gives you insecurity. It's not the only way, and it's just overwhelming to go on any social media and just see so much showing off of your body. Because for me, that's not my truth. What would make me feel really truly amazing and beautiful and confident is really getting in touch with who I am on the inside, getting anything to do with my looks, and just knowing who I am on the inside as a person is amazing and the most best thing about me. That is my truth. That will make me feel confident and beautiful. I can only imagine growing up with the social media, growing up with self-esteem issues, insecurity issues. You know, I've had times in my life where I didn't really realize it at the time, but looking back, I didn't have a lot of inner self-esteem and self-confidence besides in the way I look. And that isn't fulfilling, that isn't true self-esteem, that isn't true self-confidence. The promotion of your inner beauty should be just as promoted, just as important, just as loud of a message. So yeah, I feel really strongly about this. You know, Instagram used to be mainly for me a makeup, beauty page, but I feel so passionate about this. I'm kind of taking a little different direction off that, and I want to promote these type of messages more that I feel so strongly about, and I feel like aren't being said enough. And the other thing is, I've never really heard anyone talk about this, but I'm sure you guys have noticed, like, the past few years or so, posting basically your bare bum on Instagram, like, socially acceptable now, and I feel like it wasn't. It was definitely way more taboo a few years ago. And I don't mean like bare, but maybe like a little cheeky bikini, like a bikini pic, you know what I mean? Or even like underwear nowadays, pretty normal. And just kind of showing like more and more of your body on the internet is becoming normal. And like I said, what makes you happy inside, then show it off, throw it you. But to me, I never want to post that because I don't want like weirdos seeing that. It's just like open for anyone to see, anyone. Not to sound disgusting, but dudes can jerk off to it. Like any dude in the world, like creepy old dude, like ew. Like it's not that important to me to show like I like my bum. You know what I mean? It's alright. Like I just don't want to post that because it's not like that important for me for everyone to know that my bum can look good. That means really anyone can see it, screenshot it, and save it forever. And who knows? To me, like that's gross and weird. Like I don't want random dudes on my page. It's not for me. I honestly genuinely wonder, people who do those kind of pictures, like, isn't that gross you out at all? Like for me, that's just so big of a factor, so big of a hell no, that I have no desire. I don't know. That's just me. That's just something that comes to mind. I never really heard anyone say. So I don't know. And another thing is like the culture of lip fillers is so predominant these days. I mean, it's true that Kardashians really do have a big role on modern day culture, especially for women. Women look up to them, young girls look up to them. 100% think more people do lip filler. Definitely has a big effect on Kylie Jenner. But the crazy thing to me is she even said in an interview that the reason she did is because a boy, he thought she wouldn't be good at kissing because she had small lips and it made her insecure. So it was like basically the whole thing started out of an insecurity. Like I said, if it's your truth to just go ahead and fix it so you can feel beautiful within you or whatever, that's you. But I think it's really easy to get your mind twisted up. I think it's really easy to get influenced, especially as you're growing up as a young woman and all the women you look up to are promoting this message and it's all you really see. And you might think it's your truth, but it's not. It's so easy to get your mind twisted from what you see in modern media. I mean, if I'm insecure or something, the thing that will make me feel the most self-love is if I learn to love myself just the way I am and not change it because if you don't like my shirt, okay, I don't care. I was born this way and I'm gonna love me. It's like, okay, you're the one who has a problem with something about the way I look. That's your problem, not mine. Like, it's not my fault that you have a closed-minded view and just a negative outlook on things. Your problem, not mine. I'm not going to change for you. Why can't we just be like, I don't care what you think? Like, it's my beauty days. I've gotten a lot of comments on my lips.
The lipstick you're wearing isn't right for your lips. Why are you putting on lipstick?
Whatever, and it's just like 2018 and now we discriminate against lip types. Like only certain lips can wear lipstick. Like what are you talking about? Like since when is small lips just an absolute defining factor of ugly? I like my lips. My face is small feature. I have small eyes, small eyebrows. And my lips are small too. I think it's cute. Like that's just me. Like I look at like my little nieces and stuff and like I see their cute little face and I'm just like, oh, they're so cute. And I think of the fact that they grow up and would want to change the way they look because they're insecure about it. It rubs me the wrong way personally. And I think within each individual that's something you have to figure out what's going to be your truth. How are you going to find self-love from just accepting the way you are or giving yourself some enhancement? I just don't think there's enough being taught to just own you, find your truth, and what I mean by finding your truth and owning your truth, what deep down truly makes your soul feel fulfilled. It leaves you with no guilt, no shame, no questioning, just what makes you feel truly pure joy and happiness. I know that posting bikini pics and getting lip fillers and whatever is going to be women's truth out there. It's going to be some people's truth. It's going to actually truly make their soul feel fulfilled. But I know that there's women who that isn't going to feel, because that's how I feel. It's not being discussed enough, so here I am. And I want to put the message out there. I want the discussion going. I want other perspectives to be out there, especially for girls growing up. I mean, honestly, I think other perspectives are imperative for girls growing up, because I understand there's girls out there who have body confidence issues and don't feel pretty, don't want to show off their body, but there's just as many girls growing up who feel totally good about the way they look, but they're suffering from self-esteem issues, they're suffering from self-confidence issues, they've been sexually molested, and they're trying to find confidence in themselves outside of sexuality, outside of the way they look. There's girls out there who are starting to be at the age to talk to boys, and maybe a lot of boys are interested in the way she looks. That's not a problem, but that doesn't mean they respect her. She's having trouble finding self-respect. There's so many different girls and women out there with all different life circumstances. It's really imperative that different messages and different truths are being shared so that everyone has something to relate to. Everyone can find a story that relates to them and can help them grow self-esteem and self-confidence. There's 2 songs. You guys remember the song by Beyonce, Pretty Hurts? It was a bop. I feel like it kind of just fizzled away. I love the message behind it, pretty hurts, trying to fix something that you can't see. It's a soul that needs a surgery. I just think that's so beautiful because it kind of wraps up what I'm saying. Maybe the reason you want lip fillers is because of insecurity, and that's fine, but if you're not being honest with yourself, you're just going to put yourself down a path that isn't true to you. I think everything starts with soul searching. I'm really passionate about that. And there's this other song. It's by Arie. I love the song as soon as I heard it. It's just such a beautiful message. I'll put the songs below or whatever. But she's basically saying in the lyrics that, she's not like the most typical looking beauty queen that you see in a magazine, but she learned to love herself anyway because she is a queen. And I think that's just such a lovely message. Like, I applaud her for creating that song, because I feel like trying to mold yourself into a beauty standard is for everyone else. Like, how everyone else is going to see you so you can fit their mold and fit what they think is going to look good. But there's just so much power in knowing that you are a queen no matter how you look. You are an amazing woman, and you have so much more to give to the world than what this little blank period of time considers beautiful. I don't know, I guess what I'm trying to say is, women and girls shouldn't feel pressured to change their appearance if they don't want to. I think we need to do more accepting of ourselves and of others, period. And that's that. See you next one if you are subscribed. If not, bye!